Hello everyone, welcome to our Summer Service Learning Project presentation.
The community partner for our project is Phi Delta Theta Fraternity at Stockton University. Their vision is centered around service with a specific focus on raising funds and awareness for ALS research. Through their commitment to service and advocacy, the fraternity actively supports the ALS Association and the Iron Phi Initiative to contribute to the discovery of effective treatments and ultimately a cure. The community impacted by this project includes individuals living with ALS, their families, and medical research community. The ALS community is relatively small, with approximately 5,000 new cases diagnosed in the United States each year. The disease varies in progression for each individual, affecting people of all backgrounds, particularly adults between the ages of 40 and 70. The problem our project addresses is the lack of awareness and funding for ALS, a rare and progressive neurodegenerative disorder that affects the nerve cells in the brain and the spinal cord. ALS causes loss of muscle control, making it increasingly difficult for individuals to walk, speak, and eat, even eventually breathe. Because it's relatively rare, ALS receives less attention and fewer research funds compared to more common diseases. This underfunding delays the development of treatment options and potential cures. Our project seeks to contribute to this gap by raising both awareness and funds to support continued research. Through coordinated and direct service efforts, we aim to make a measurable impact by contributing to an existing fundraiser campaign, increasing the knowledge of this disease, and engaging our communities in a fight against ALS. ALS presents a variety of health disparities that can be influenced by social determinants such as access to healthcare, socioeconomic status, education, and geography. Many patients with ALS face challenges accepting specialized care, assisted devices, and long-term support, particularly those in rural or underserved communities. The high cost of treatment and limited insurance coverage can further impact the patient's quality of life. Because it's less prevalent and less understood by the general public, there's a lack of widespread advocacy or attention compared to other neurodegenerative diseases. By supporting funding for the research and raising awareness, our project acknowledges and seeks to lessen these disparities. Increasing community knowledge and financial support for ALS research, it promotes health equity and contributes to the improved outcomes for individuals affected by this disease. Our SMART goal. Our SMART goal, we will raise over $200 the next 30 days to support ALS by sending emails to friends and family, posting flyers throughout the community, and sharing the fundraisers regularly on our personal social media accounts. We will track donations through the Iron Phi account and aim to raise an average of $50 per week. Weekly checkpoints will measure our progress. We will send at least 30 emails, meaning one a day, place 10 flyers around our community, and post on our social media accounts once weekly. This campaign began on June 20th, 2025, and ended on July 20th, 2025, lasting exactly 30 days.
Hello, my name is Gifty Asadu, and I'm doing a presentation on the community partnering and project design, but I'm basically going to be talking about the description of type of services that we use and go a little bit detailed about the description of the plan of we plan to achieve as a SMART goal for our project. So my team and I decided to use the indirect service. We chose indirect service because we couldn't meet in person due to being far apart. And indirect service means we are working together remotely using tools like technology and communicate to collaborate and make things happen. And why did we choose indirect service? Given our situation, indirect service is the best way to go because it allows us to still work together and achieve our goals despite our distances. It's like finding a way to make the best situation where we can't be in the same physical space. And what was the benefit of our indirect service? We can work together from anywhere at any time as long as we have the right tools and the right technology. And we can reach out a wide audience or work on a project like the project we did that might not be limited but geographically location, so kind of help us a bit. And we use technology to streamline our workflow, automated tasks, and save time. So we kind of work through using our iMessages to chat and also make the work more efficient. And indirect services we use reliable sources, like I said, such as a video conference tool, which we hardly use that, but that is something that if you're doing an indirect service project, you can use project management software and communicating apps. Like we use iMessages to communicate throughout the whole project to see how we do things, and we were sharing softwares, like sharing Microsoft Words, so that everybody can participate in the project, so it won't be like only one person doing the whole work. We establish a clear communication channel and protocols to ensure we are on the same page. So we always make sure that we kind of give each other a task to do, and we communicate, so that way if somebody is slacking somewhere, we can all chip in and make the project work better, or a better outcome. And we state clear goals, expectation, and deadlines to ensure we are working towards the same project. So we set our goals, what we wanted to achieve at the end of the project, which is we wanted to raise a fund. So we made sure that we reach our target, or reach the goal that we have set, by communicating and making sure that everybody plays their part. And by embracing direct service, we can still achieve great things together, even from our distances. Which we did, and it was very phenomenal and very easygoing. The plan to achieve our SMART goal. So when it comes to SMART goal, S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for achievable, R for relevant, and T for time bound. So specific, we clearly defined the goal by raising $200 for the ALS research, which that was the specific goal that we set for. And measurable, Adam tracked the donations since it was his idea from the beginning. So we kind of went through that project, and it was easy for him to be able to track it and keep us informed as to the donations that he has gotten and how much he has not gotten. So Adam tracked the donations through his Ion Alpha account, and we were aiming to raise 50 per week, with weekly checkpoints to make sure we are progressing, measure our progress to make sure we do achieve our goal. And achievable, by sending, we send the posters, like the flyers, on the social media, and also shared it to our friends and families, whoever that can contribute it to help. It seems more realistic to be able to reach our goal, which the goal was 200, but we kind of anticipated for more if anybody was willing. Even though we did reach the goal, but we still will be very grateful if we keep sharing for people to be able to donate more to the project. And being relevant, the goal aligns with our fraternity mission to support ALS research and contribute to finding better treatment, which it was very phenomenal. Our goal was really aligned with the mission of the fraternity. And time bound, we set a specific deadline, which our deadline was July 20th, 2025, which we create sense of urgency and focus. So if there is no time set, then there will be slacking somewhere. But since we set a specific timeline, that by July 20th, we should be able to reach our goal by raising the $200, it was reached at that time. And to continue from the achievable, we regularly updated, Adam regularly updated our donation tracker and stay motivated and adjusted our strategy as time goes on, as we were working towards the project. And after sending emails and posting on social media, we follow up with a reminder of thank you message to keep the momentum going, because if somebody is kind of showing gratitude for the support that people are given. So if you are donating, by sending a thank you message to the person, kind of encouraging the person or whoever sent it, and make them feel like they are being appreciative. And also if they want to still keep donating more, they will definitely do that. And our team stuck to our plan. Lastly, we stuck to our plan and adapted to any challenges that came our way, and we were able to reach our goal of $200 in our 30 days that we set for ourselves. So our team was really phenomenal, even though it was in direct service, but we were able to communicate very well, and we're able to stack through our plan by what we have said, the goal we have set to achieve at the end of the project, and we did very well. Thumbs up and kudos to my team. Thank you.
Our center goal for this project was to raise $200 in the span of 8 weeks by sending texts, emails, posting flyers, posting on our social medias to try and promote our service and get donations. During this time, what worked were mainly emails and text messages. This is kind of where we got the most responses and in turn most donations from. Networking was one of our better skills during this time. Hence, we raised $313, which is 113 past our goal. This was done by reaching out to people we were either friends with or just familiar with in general. So this kind of branched out to more people than just who we're comfortable with or related to. And interprofessional communication was also one of our strong suits. This consisted of updating each other throughout the past 8 weeks of how long we were, or how much closer we were to our goal, or what should we do next. And what didn't work was obviously sending out emails and texts and getting no responses, or they were unable to donate, which obviously in our case doesn't really help. Um, or the paper posted flyers, I was hoping for a better result, but we didn't really receive any donations from that. As you can see, the poster on the right, that's our flyer. I'm able to check on the account that we were receiving donations from, and I can see who donates and their name. But while going through that, I never found really anybody that we were unfamiliar with, so obviously random people didn't really donate. And social media wasn't also a big help either, due to the fact that, I mean, most of the people that are on our social medias are around our age, so not really money to spare when you're in college, especially during the summer when you're trying to save. So that wasn't a big help either. But from this, our learning experience and how it connects to the course, after completing this project, we've learned to work with the team and sharpen our networking skills, and also following through until our project completion. These learning experiences also connect to the 4 core competencies, such as interprofessional communication, values and ethics, roles and responsibilities, and teamwork. Working with the team was obviously involves a lot of communication between each other, and especially coming up with what we're going to do and what our main focus was and how we're going to complete it. Sharpening our networking skills was also a part of communication and teams and teamwork. But mainly following through with our project until completion is a huge part. Hence, us all playing an equal role in doing our duty to make sure we get this goal without piggybacking off one person or 2 people. So everybody, I feel, did their part to the fullest. On this next slide is, I guess, our proof of donations and work throughout the 8 weeks. On the farthest right, you can see this is our flyer posted on a telephone pole. We pasted them around our towns. We all live in different areas.
Hi, my name is Zainab Khwaja, and I'm going to be taking over the rest of the slides. I wanted to start with interprofessional communication, and this communication was mainly focused on within our team members and our community partner, and the biggest barrier that we faced in this was everybody having different schedules and responsibilities outside of the course and having to work with everybody on their schedules. We overcame this through having a respectful atmosphere. So as a team, we tried our best to hear out everybody's ideas, suggestions every step of the way, and creating a comfortable environment where everybody felt that their opinions were heard and their voices were heard. We also had shared responsibility for team success. So it was very important for us to not have one person feel like all the pressure was on them. So we decided to divide up responsibility between every member to prevent that from happening. And we had a clear direction. We had set a goal of raising $200 and making sure that we were all clear on what and why and how we were going to achieve this goal. Moving on to the values and ethics, I want to discuss morality, which is distinguishing between what is considered right or wrong, and how each individual group member came in having their own personal set of morals. And as a group, we came together on a few traits that we wanted to focus on, including honesty, respect, and taking action, especially to support a cause that we believe in, which we did by raising money for ALS and to further the research on the disease. Going into detail on ethics, I just wanted to discuss a few core competencies of it, mainly these 4: beneficence, which means that the action should promote good. So fundraising for ALS research and cure promotes more resources being allocated to research and making advancements in cure and treatment options. And moving on to non-maleficence, which means that the action should do no harm. So we fundraise money in a fair and non-discriminatory way. The opportunity was given to everyone to contribute, and we hope that those funds will be received by those who need it and anyone and everyone who needs it. And moving on to justice, which is to uphold what is just. We chose ALS as our focus to support those who often face medical, financial, and social injustice. Our project reflected the belief that giving back isn't considered generous. It's just how it should be. It's necessary for people in the community to give back in order to see progress happening in the community. And moving on, lastly, to veracity, which means to give complete information and truthful information. So we were completely transparent in how donations were collected and what they were for. Phi Delta Theta had trusted us to represent their cause truthfully. So we made sure that everything that was on our poster and outreach material was conveyed correctly. Moving on to the roles and responsibilities. We had decided that in order to maintain a respectful and conflict-free environment, we should have formally delegated roles, and those roles should appeal to each person's strong suits. So individually, I took the poster design because I have worked with Canva before, and Adam was the main contact person with our community partner due to his involvement with them. And Madison and Gifty were focused on marketing and raising awareness. Lastly, team and teamwork. Our team consisted of, as I mentioned before, people with different strengths, and we used that in order to perform in the most efficient manner. And a few, as mentioned before, I guess, difficulties that we'd had were, working with everybody's schedules and responsibilities outside of academics. And this was really hard because this is a summer term course and many group members work full-time, but we had a understanding between the group and we had open communication at all times. So I'm really glad that that worked out. And as a team, we worked hard to create a respectful atmosphere within ourselves and with our community partner. We respected each other's opinions and ideas, and we worked together to achieve our goal. So overall, it was a very pleasant experience, and it was very nice to work with everybody. And thank you guys.